Back with another video here. I'm just going to talk about stats real quick because I've been getting some people talk about that. I do have a list of things that I want to go over. I will be covering how to do Magroth, how to do Elban, the required stats, which is what I'm going to talk about right now, and then optimizing your play. And then we're going to look at a map that we can kind of decipher how all maps are generated with the game, and then we'll look at how to do a pull. So we're at the stats. So first thing we want to talk about is followers with stats. They do give you a passive haste buff. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's this aura here. They are going to make followers immune at some point in the future. It's been confirmed by Red, which means Aline and Maggie. Don't have her on this character. Aline and Maggie will both have a vortex. That was also said by Red. So they'll be viable to use, at least in replace of one archer. It is a major attack speed hit. I'll show you here. I'm at 2.275 down, so I lose 165k damage, plus a significant amount of haste. So 6.73 is where I'm at, so it's 6.24. So I lose half an attack per second, just from not having the double archer. So it's a big hit. It's a big hit on DPS. Now for stats wise, basically the rule of thumb with stats is if you're in an instance and you soak an elite archer's volley and it doesn't kill you, you have way too much toughness for that instance. That's just the general rule of thumb I use. Once you're at 100 or trial 100, you're probably going to want around 100k toughness for that. Stats wise, basically there's certain breakpoints for attack speed, and attack speed is your biggest thing. You want to have crit and crit damage. Once you're past 35% crit chance, you'll notice that crit damage starts to scale better than actual power does. And then ability rating, you want 1,000 minimum, and then with Integralis on, it should be 1,500. Now I have 1,500 base, so it puts me up to 2k, but that's because I have so many stats with the 2,100 rating that I can afford to take that extra ability power and not take a huge cut to my damage. I still take a cut to my damage, but not that massive. So it basically revolves around attack speed, and the reason it revolves around attack speed is for a ton of different reasons that I really can't get into at this point. I'll just cover them really quickly. You get your Apprentice Shield from it. You get the Immolate from attack speed. You get I use Muckrazers or Deodras. They're the only two options for weapons. You get the Murlocs or the extra attack. You also get the Integralis Cape. You also proc the Alacrity passive, which is a hidden in-game passive, and it reduces cooldowns by 2 seconds for every time that it procs, and it has a 30% chance to proc at 1,500 ability rate, which is why if you have a perfect Integralis, which is 100%, you don't really concern yourself too much with this number because it stacks up and then it just stays stacked at 10 for every 10 seconds. So as long as you're constantly attacking, which you should be, then you'll constantly keep the Integralis up, and you should be at 1,000 minimum, 1,500 once you get into higher levels. I believe that's everything for stats. If I've missed anything, guys, just take a picture of this page right here, send it to me in a personal message, or post it on one of the threads that I've done, and I will reply to you as to what your question is. Okay, I'll show you guys maps, what to look for in maps. So we're gonna pick. We're just going to randomly generate a map, and then I'm going to talk you through what to look for. Now, this is a cave, skip caves. But what we look for in the map is, if you look really closely, you can actually see where the floor of the map is. I'm kind of tracing it here with my mouse. And I'm recording this in 1080p, I think. At least I tried to. So I'm not really sure if it's going to turn out that way. But you can actually see where the floor is. And if you look around the map, you can see what type of room you're working with. Now, caves are bad because they have pillars everywhere, and you can't shoot through pillars, and they're just dark and gloomy, and nobody likes caves. So skip them, unless you absolutely have to do them. And there are some trials that force you to play in a cave. So basically what you're going to find is if you trace it, you'll get a thing that looks like this. Now, this is a map that I've done from a previous video that I ended up deleting, but I kept this anyways because I'm too lazy to recreate it. But basically you can trace it and you can look for floors. Now, this map is a good map. This one that I have here in front of me is a really good map. The reason it's good is because it's a long straight line, and it just makes you just pull what you can up in these areas, blah 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 blah, between these two green lines. You do not go into these side nodes areas. Just don't go into them unless there's a huge pack in there that you can see that you can grab very easily. Don't go into them. The reason you don't go into them as a mage, anyways, is because moving into them to pull them out and to group them with other large monsters, it just takes way too much time. And it will just, yeah, it just sucks your green bar. So basically, you're looking for a map with a large open zone. Now I have a rough drawing, and I apologize for what this guy looks like, because it's really bad. But this is the map-ish of what I did my 121 in. It was just a giant open ring with a giant open center and these two little offshoots on the side. And these are great maps. Ring maps are great maps. And ring maps are great maps because they'll have a small island in the center and then just monsters just littered around the outside. And those are good maps. That's what you want to look for. So if you're pushing high and you're having a hard time pushing, and you're going for in an event scenario when you need to get those last few levels out and you're looking for these things, this is what you want to look for in a map. If you get a map that's a cave map, you don't want to take this map. You just bam, bam, abandon, yes, get me out of this, and you go and you look for a map that has a long straight area in it, or small number of these. Now 2 is the minimum I have found. You'll always get 2 of these. And you want to avoid them. The best maps will have 2. Bad maps will have 4. If you find 4, I usually just skip those because there's too much stuff littered in them and it's hard to really pick. Alright. So I'm going to show you guys how to do a pull. My screen is just loading. You play PC and you go to full screen, you alt tab, it'll freeze like that. So I'm just going to show you guys what a pull would be like, and I'll just walk you through what's going on in my head. Now the first thing you want to do is pause it so you can look at the map. This map doesn't look half bad right off the bat. I got a fork up here, and then it's nice and open, looks like high density, and I'm just tracing my way around the edge of the map just to see what it's like. And then I've got another big opening here and a big opening here. Wow, that's a lot of, this is a half decent map actually. Big long swoop goes like this all the way up here. Again, that reverse horseshoe shape. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the packs that are back down here, grab this guy right away, and I'm going to go down here, and then I'm going to push everything this way, unless there's something large sitting in here. I might try and funnel down this long tube here, because this point's a really good funnel point. But we'll see how the map spreads out. So I got some archers, more archers, the green dudes, and we're just going to have to do that, and we're going to go this way. Unfortunately, I do not have my heels bound. So this is a very high density map, which is really nice. It sucks that I'm also so rusty, because being as rusty as I am, is that an elite healer? No, it's not. Being as rusty as I am, I'm not. Okay. So I've gotten rid of the elite healer off the one side of the pack, and now all I've done here is I've got the group going, and what I want to do is I want to get 2 blinks, and I want to move to the other side of the pack. Now the reason I want to do this is because of this choke point here. I got these 2 pillars, and this is just brilliant. Unfortunately, they're breaking around the side, so I have to deal with that, and then I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to continue. Now you'll see there that the healers popped off the back, and I've got actually a really huge group here. So I'm just going to keep doing the damage, and we're going to grab these guys, and we're going to go this way. That wasn't the best singularity, but it got the job done. And I'm just grabbing more, grabbing more, grabbing more. And that healer's fine back there. She'll eventually stop chasing me around. And all I'm doing here is I'm just getting myself into a position where I can just damage. I have to be careful here because I'm in a really bad spot. And then we go and we just DPS again. You can see the green bar already filling, and I've got a huge chunk of monsters here. And all I'm doing is I'm just kiting backwards. I'm just going to grab these guys again, and we're just going to move them this way. And then I don't have green bars on this side, or blue bar on this side. So I'm just going to push, and then we're going to continue to push backwards. And this is all that you do, is you just go from one side of the pack to the other, depending on what the pack looks like. If you got a lot of blue, then you're gonna want to back up a little bit. Yeah, this is a really good map. I'm actually really surprised at how good this map is. I got a lot of elites left in here. I just want to see. I think you're an elite. Yeah, you're an elite summoner. So what I'm doing here is I'm just checking the pack because I know I have 2 elite summoners in here. This guy's actually really low as well, so I can probably kill him, and it'll be worth it in terms of my time, I think. Yeah, and this guy's also very low as well. I should be able to kill him. It'll be worth it in terms of my time. I'll give you 20 seconds, so as long as you don't take any more than 20 seconds to kill them, which I have for him. And then what we're going to do with this guy is just run away from him because he's very full. And then we're going to just continue to pull. Now you see that singularity I've dropped. I might lose that pack back there that I just grabbed. But I know I have an elite archer. Now I have to go this way because I'm going to lose the pack off the back end. Now I have enough tank stats, toughness, to tank some of the damage that are coming off of these guys, but I do not have a ton, and because I don't have a ton, I have to be very careful that I don't soak too many arrows, just like that. To give you an example of what that pack would have been like, I was at half bar. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 elites. I think they get 20 seconds each, 200 seconds, and I'm at 4 bars left. So that was a 2-pull map, actually. Oh, look at this, gems. Gems, glorious gems. Anyways, that was a 2-pull map. I'm back here. I've got 4 bars left. I would have had Elban out at probably 5 minutes and 30 seconds with that pull if I had just cleared it and not died. But I'm so rusty, and I apologize for that. But that's basically how you're gonna pull, guys. You move back from one side of the pack, the other side of the pack, and you push it with singularity in the direction that you want to move. It's very important that you do not use singularity to push a pack in the wrong direction. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, please send me a message on the forums or post on one of the threads. There is one thing that I forgot to tell you. When you do your pulls, try to complete the entire pull before you do your DPSing within 30 to 45 seconds. So that's half of a bar to 3/4 of a bar. And that will give you a minute and a half to kill what you have. And if you kill enough, you should get anywhere between 3.5 to 4 bars, and it should take you no more than 2 bars to complete it. Usually what you're looking for in an instance, or a trial, sorry, is about a 5-minute clear time for trial pushing. If you are looking at these videos for doing experience, I usually shoot for a 3-minute green bar, 2.5, maybe 2-minute green bar, to 3-minute green bar for experience. To give you an idea of what I'm farming, what I would farm for experience, usually I will do a trial 100 or a 105 at the most, and I have 1.6 mil damage in my experience gear. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just shoot me a message and I can help you out. Cheers.